we will provide the imposter syndrome. That's the syndrome in which students think they are never good enough in what they are doing. It's a really interesting training.
You know, when I was studying myself, I was always the one that said after an exam that it didn't go so well, but then was the one that getting a 9. And now still I'm working here as a lecturer and I get compliments of what I'm doing, but still I actually have the feeling that I'm never good enough and never able to live up to the expectations of other people. And I'm always scared that they will find out that I'm a fraud. Basically what I'm doing, that I'm actually not capable of doing it. And that is what this imposter syndrome is all about. An imposter syndrome basically means that feeling scared of your accomplishments and being scared of people finding out that you're a fraud and not able to live up to expectations. The training consists out of 4 different sessions, and the introduction session is all about creating safety. So creating a safe space where we can actually share our experiences and thoughts and feelings. After the first session, where we actually identified and recognize ourselves in the different statements that belong to the imposter syndrome, we're gonna see like, okay, where is this imposter syndrome coming from? What are the irrational thoughts that we sometimes tend to experience in our minds? And how can we identify and recognize those thoughts and maybe challenge them? So that is what the second and third session will be about. Recognizing those irrational thoughts, challenging them, and then in our final session we're gonna try to translate our irrational thoughts and dysfunctional beliefs. So for example, you can think about, I always have the feeling that I need to perform perfectly to live up to everyone's standards. And we will challenge those thoughts and try to translate them into more functional beliefs and positive beliefs about yourself, that you can actually experience that you are good enough. I think the training is all about being a stepping stone of using the tools and the techniques we use during the training in your daily life. Because you can imagine that actually on a daily basis, we sometimes tend to think negatively about ourselves. And how can we, at the moment, at the spot when you recognize one of these thoughts that are coming in, how can you recognize them? Ask yourself, is this really true what I'm thinking? And how can you then challenge it and make sure you can actually translate it into a more positive belief about yourself?